This here is Tim. Tim's family and friends influenced him to join the German army for World War I. Tim didn't really know a lot about war or what really happened in it, but he thought he'd give it a shot. On his first day out in the battlefield, Tim saw a man who he believed to be his enemy, and based on what he learned in training, Tim knew that he was supposed to go up to this man and kill him immediately. So therefore, he ran up to the man and threatened him. "Hello there, my name is Tim, and I believe that I'm supposed to kill you." "But sir, I haven't offended you in any way. Why on earth would you want to kill me?" "Well, that's a good question. I was just told to come kill you." "Well, the one who probably told you to come kill me was your German ruler, I assume, and I wouldn't do what he says because, as far as a ruler's perspective, we, the soldiers, are just little pawns to them in their game. We're not worth anything, we're just sacrifices that they assume have to be made for them to win the war." "So you're saying the only reason we're in the war is because our rulers created it?" "Precisely. Therefore, I declare truce with you. Let's not kill each other." So the two soldiers realized that it was the rulers that were turning the countries against each other and making the war happen. So they decided to not participate in the war because it wasn't worth the sacrifice of these many lives that were going to waste. So the rulers did not like this, and they went ahead and split up the two soldiers and gave them a stern talking to. Now, Tim, I already told you that whenever you see one of your enemies, you have to kill them. "Well, sir, that man didn't do anything to me. Why are we going to war against them anyways?" "It's to protect our country, Tim. To have courage and pride." "Well, I guess my generation is called the Iron Youth. I guess we're just supposed to dedicate our whole lives to the war?" "Exactly, Tim. You're the chosen generation. It's a great honor to be able to sacrifice yourself for the war effort and to be able to protect your country." Tim now has a conflict to deal with. Is war really worth the huge sacrifice? Everyone at home surely thinks it is. I mean, they think it's a great honor, we can protect our country, have pride, but on the other hand, is it not worth the sacrifice? Killing souls that have done no harm to me at all just feels wrong. I don't know. The next day of the war came, and Tim was to set up camp with his friend Kiowa. "Alright, Tim, so you're going to take first watch. Just keep an eye out." "Okay, sounds good to me." So they got in their positions. During his watch, Tim thought that he saw an enemy soldier. So he went ahead and nailed him right in the head with a grenade. Dunk! So Tim and Kiowa went over and checked him out. "Oh no, Kiowa, I think I killed him." "I've never killed anyone before." "Well, Tim, that's what's gonna happen. We're in war." "I guess you're right. He never did anything wrong to me. Why did I have to go ahead and kill him?" "Tim, it's what happens. He was gonna die anyways. He's in the war." "But he didn't have to die. I mean, look at him." "Oh man, I'm just not sure if sacrificing ourselves for our country is really worth it." "Tim, don't be silly. This brings honor to yourself and your family." The next day, Tim really began to feel the weight of trying to protect his entire country. She's so... Man, is it really worth it trying to protect this country? To sacrifice all of these guiltless lives? For her? For freedom and safety? After a few more months of serving in the war, Tim was finally able to go home. But things felt weird. He kept having dreams or flashbacks to experiences that he had in the war. Like when he hit the helpless man in the head with the grenade. Or when his ruler came up to him and told him why war is worth the sacrifice. He remembered how painstaking and mentally destroying trying to protect his country was. Then Tim realized what was going on. He had post-traumatic stress disorder, and events of the war were triggered constantly in his memory. So is war really worth the sacrifice? For rulers, definitely. For the citizens, most likely. But for the soldiers, the ones who were impacted the most, who either died in the war or now have lives that will be forever changed, their perspective might be a little different.
Nothing to get hung about. Strawberry fields forever.